Okay, let's get started. First of all, yes, great. First of all, welcome to Gnosis Validator Meetup 21 edition. We are in the October. So today we will have a really nice guest from the Autonolas team, and they will present their product, which is called Pearl. But first of all, I would like to share some updates from the Gnosis Chain validator ecosystem. After my short presentation, our core dev will share client updates from the Gnosis Chain. So let me prepare everything first. Okay, here we go. Okay, hope you are seeing my screen. Perfect. Yeah, last week I shared short updates about the EIP 444. Right now, my team is working on this implementation. So there is I think this is a huge, this is a quite important EIP for the Gnosis chain, because it will impact very huge. And what is the EIP 444? Basically, historical data pruning for data older than 1 year. As Nethermind team response, we don't need to implement the portal network. We will use just for peer-to-peer network on torrent. So if you want to curious about more details, you can check out the last week core devs call, or just wait one more day, because tomorrow I will share the core devs call videos and notes on the all social media channels. So another updates from the client side, red. I'm passing this part, red and get part, because our core dev DAP is in here right now. After my presentation, he will share a more comprehensive updates about the client side. Yeah, today also we have a special guest from the Autonolas team. Pearl is a really nice tool that you can run a autonomous AI agent on your local. I'm using this tool. It's super nice. There is a pretty straightforward guideline to running a node, and I'm sure the team will share more details about the product. Yeah, and Vero is another update. The Serenity team is building a Vero client, where is basically multi-client validators, a multi-node validator client software implementation on the Gnosis chain, and also you can use a Vero on Gnosis chain as well as on the Ethereum side. They shared a lattice client version. If curious about running a Vero or using a Vero, it's kind of a similar to DVT, but for the big operators, I would say. Yeah, another updates from Sedge. Nethermind team is they shared a latest updates from Sedge. Sedge is a full node deployment tool, which is working on the Gnosis chain and Ethereum. Yeah, you can use Sedge. Sedge is kind of a similar the Docker, Wizard. There is a one-click node deployment tool. I think which is a super important nowadays because of it solve a lot of UX problems. so far. Another updates, I have prepared Gnosis Chain node operator ecosystem guideline. This guideline offers a lots of different products who running on Gnosis Chain. For example, if you're a Gnosis operator, Gnosis node operator, you can also run a Swarm node. You can also use the Perl Autonolas AI agent, or you can spin a node at the Hopper. And also in the near future, you will also use a OBOL DVT. And right now it's almost done all the preparations. Shutter network also, you can use a shutterized Gnosis chain as a validator. So there is a small updates from the current stakewise wall operators. Seednode shares their updates. Serenita shared monthly recap, and StakeCat is shared own weekly updates. Please, if you want to learn more, check it out our blog post. I will share the link into the inbox chat box. So yeah, another cool update from the Shutter team. They shared they are published the Shutter's Explorer for the shielded trading on Gnosis. So you can track the real-time insights into the network performance, all the Shutter encrypted mempool on Gnosis chain. If you want to use it, just add on your RPC. Currently, if you want to test it, you can use a Chiado, or if you want to use it on mainnet, there are many protocols enabling to shutterize RPC that using own daily usage. For example, Swapper, and Swapper is a decentralized exchange on Gnosis chain. So if you want to trade it without a MAV, without any kind of malicious activity, you can use it as Shutter. Yeah, also let me share with the link here. You can please subscribe our blog page. Blog page is we are providing a lot of information in this website. You can easily follow all updates if you want to following on the Discord on daily or weekly. You can also following all updates on monthly at our blog post. Okay, this is my site. I would like to invite here our core developer to providing some client updates. Let me invite him. DAP, could you share, send your invite? Invite to speak. Yes, here we go. I think there is a oh yes, here we go. Welcome. Hello, welcome.
Yeah, okay. So can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Nice. Okay, so I am going to talk about Get and Ret. So the Go client, the Get one, is currently active. It is running. It's also producing blocks on mainnet and Chiado. For a long time, we were waiting for live tracing to be active, and currently, like, good news, live tracing is active, and currently system call tracing is being activated. So using this, like, you can build up, for example, this also helps circles and many other teams. So if for example, this is sort of like an inbuilt indexer where you can directly get event streams from this particular block, from this particular node. And the best, like, if you as a validator, then the best update for you maybe this: the snap sync is active now, so no longer need to like sync or maintain a heavy node. So that was Get. And on Reth, however, we are not yet ready for like running a validator. Uh, Currently, we are, for example, there are several ways in which Gnosis differs from Ethereum mainnet, and currently we are writing manual tests for every way it diverges. So it will hopefully be done in a short time, but we recently enabled state imports without historical data in Reth, and yeah, so that was updates from Reth. I mean, that's pretty much covering both our clients, and we also have Nethermind and Aragon.
Thank you, Deb. Also shared existing red repo on the chat. If you're curious about what's going on the red side, you can check it on the GitHub repo.
Yep.
Okay, thank you, Dab. Next one, I would like to invite Autonolas team here. I guess the David here are sending an invitation to speak. And yes, hello, David. Welcome to the Gnosis Validator meetup. And also Rolf is here.
Yeah, I think Ralph also wants to join. Yeah.
All right.
Hey guys, happy to be here.
Same here.
Great.
All right.
Stage is yours. You can show your presentation. You can share your cool tips about Perl. What is the Perl? And yeah, please.
Great. Let me share my screen here. Okay. I'm trying to share my screen. Anyway, I'll figure it out eventually. So basically, we're here to talk to you guys about an opportunity to run autonomous AI agents. On the call here, you have myself, Ralph. I am head of BD at Valerie, and then also on the call here, you have David Galindo, who's the CTO, and Jason, who is the OLAS Operate product manager. So we wanted to talk to you guys about the opportunity to run agents on the same hardware that you're using to run a Gnosis node. There are a variety of benefits to doing this. One, increasing your yield, but two, dramatically helping the Gnosis ecosystem. Up until this point, OLAS agents have made well over 30% of all safe transactions on Gnosis Chain ever, which we're pretty proud of. And Gnosis agents are currently doing around 250 transactions per month. In the over 90% of that is on Gnosis Chain. So what is OLAS? I'm not sure how familiar you guys are, but OLAS is both a stack and a protocol. So we make it extremely easy for teams to build autonomous AI agents and other agentic services. And then we also have a protocol that incentivizes the coordination, where all agents on OLAS are interoperable and compose with one another. So what agents are running on Gnosis? So the biggest use case on Gnosis today is OLAS Predict. The majority of agents on Gnosis are prediction market agents. And this is an agent economy consisting of 4 different agents that specialize in a specific task, but work together to achieve an outcome greater than the sum of their parts. And that outcome is predicting the future. So if you'd like to run an OLAS agent, you can look at, we're sharing a screen here, and you can go to olas.network/operate. and download an agent to run on your local machine, but there's also a way to run agents manually. So if you want to scroll down and click on run an agent manually, so keep scrolling, and click browse agents to run manually. And so there's basically two ways to run an agent. The first is with Perl, and the second is through the quick start, right? So what is Perl? Perl is an application designed to make it very easy to run an agent where all the complexities are abstracted away. There's a version for Mac, there's a version for Windows. And when you download this application, it'll install everything on your hardware to very easily run an agent. The second way is through quick start. This requires a bit more knowledge, specifically of the command line, but it's still quite easy, and it enables a lot more flexibility. So if you go and can you click on the live staking contracts at the top of the screen? So currently there's a pretty great incentive to run these agents. You can currently earn 130% APY on OLAS. So in order to run an agent, there is a security budget that is required. You can see that in the fourth column here, where it has a stake required. So there's different staking slots that are available. More are going to be opening up. But as I mentioned, as you can see here, most of these agents are agents that you can run on Gnosis Chain. So there's a couple different agents that you can run on Gnosis. I mentioned the prediction market agent consisting of 4 different agents. So there's a trading agent, and then there's also the mech agent, both of which you can run. And when you run this agent, you can earn these rewards. So where does the yield come from? The yield comes from a mechanism that the Valerie team created called proof of active agent. This is a new primitive that blends proof of stake and proof of work, wherein agents are only rewarded when they do things as defined in a quote unquote staking contract. So anyone can create a staking contract if they have an agent use case. In this case, as I mentioned, the use case is a prediction market, so agents predicting the future. And the way it works is that there is our OLAS rewards deposited in the staking contract. And when you run an agent, you stake your agent. And when the agent is doing the right thing and hitting the KPIs as defined in the staking contract, currently the main KPI is mech requests, which I can get to as well, and what that means. But basically, when the agent is running properly and hitting the various KPIs, it earns the rewards. And as mentioned, the rewards are around 138%. The other agent that you can see on this live staking contract is a mech agent. So, what is the mech agent? A mech agent is, you can think about it as like an information broker. So this is an agent that runs around and sells various tools or data or signals to other agents, right? So this is, you can think about it as the way in which agents get their cognitive abilities. Some of these tools are LLMs. So the access to various LLMs. So when an agent is betting on the prediction markets, it uses various AI models to figure out how it wants to bet on either side of an event. And when it requests information from a given LLM, it will interact with the mech agent. So this is another agent that is possible to run on Gnosis. So I'll pause there because I said a lot. I'm sure there's some questions, and we're happy to field these questions.
Yeah, thanks so much. I have a couple of questions. Firstly, before our operators, what is the hardware requirements for running Perl on my local?
David or Jason, do you want to answer that?
So currently you have a Windows computer that is running Windows 11. Then that should be enough. You should be able to run Perl. And then any Intel Mac or ARM Mac that is currently supported by Apple, that should also be enough to run Perl, because Perl is a desktop app. And then if you want to run the agents through the quick start, which is what more professional operators may be more interested in, because it allows to have higher amounts to be staked, then I think it's enough to have 2 gigabytes of RAM, and whatever hardware you're running your nodes at the moment should be more than enough for running these agents.
Wonderful. There's another question. How much resource does an agent use? Is it sensible to run on laptop?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, for example, my computer using, I'm also running a Perl node, for some playing and learning stuff, and also my computer is extremely poor, but it's working very well. It's no any other major issues. Also, one of the other questions: are you recommended any specs for example, if you want to use a really low specs devices? What is the Perl limitation?
Yeah, that is something we haven't experimented much with. I am willing to say that probably some Raspberry Pis, where our devs have run in the past, have been able to use our the OLAS stack, could support these agents, not Perl, but running the agent through the quick start. I don't remember now from the top of my head which version of Raspberry Pi is. It's obviously not one of the with the lowest resources, but yeah, I think it may be feasible to run them there. But yeah, I don't have direct experience of that.
Yeah, and I see a few questions in the chat here. One of the questions that came in is the DAP Node app planned? We are talking to DAP Node. There's no date yet when you can expect that, but we hope to have that at some point in months to come. There's another question here. Running on my laptop would result in some downtime when traveling. So this is a really good question. Currently, and maybe David Galindo can chime in here as to how long you need to run your agent per day to hit the reward. So remember that the agent earns rewards when it does productive things as defined in the staking contract. So this doesn't require that the agent is actually running 24/7. David, how long on average do you need to run your agent on a daily basis to ensure that you achieve the maximum rewards?
So it depends on the amount that you stake. The higher the amount you stake, the obviously in absolute terms, the higher yield you get, and then these staking programs ask you to also perform more work. For Perl, it is enough to run it between 15 to 30 minutes per day in normal circumstances, and then the operator will earn the reward. So that will be the shortest amount of time that you need to run the agent. And then if you go to the what will be right now the agent that does more work, which is by staking 10,000 OLAS. In normal circumstances, it will take you between 2 and 4 or 5 hours per day to run the agent. Obviously, well, the one of the goals of OLAS and also Valerie, as one of the founding members of OLAS, is autonomy. So if you want to earn your yield without really having to think whether you need to run your agent again because another day has passed, then this is completely possible, and the agent stays idle once it has met the activity goals. It really doesn't spend much resources, and then autonomously will detect when a new epoch to do the work has started, and then we'll do the work, stop, and and like that until it gets it runs out potentially of funds to operate.
Perfect. Another question come from our community members: are any penalties for not being online some of the time? For example, there is maybe I think so. There is no any penalties, but yeah, I would like to learn about some penalties, or for example, on when you miss the attestation on the Gnosis, you will lose some money.
So to speak, there is a passive penalty in the sense that if you don't meet the activity targets for 2 days in any period of 3 days or epochs, how we call them, these epochs normally they last for a day, but it cannot be guaranteed. If the agent has 2 inactive periods in every set of 3 periods, then it will get evicted from the staking program. It won't lose the stake amount that it had to participate in the program, but it will be evicted, and then it will lose the opportunity to earn rewards. Once you're evicted, then you need to rejoin again the staking program, and you may be able to see by these numbers that especially the ones that are run through the Quickstart, there are many of them that have 0 slots at the moment. So it's quite competitive, and in that sense, you may be unable to join again the staking program for a few days until there is a slot available.
Super nice. And one last question: is there any minimum network connectivity speed? I'm sure your ISP provider would be very happy to using a Pearl, because there is a
Not really. I don't think the network requirements are by any means high. This is not bandwidth consuming a lot of bandwidth. It's pretty mild on that sense. If you lose connectivity, obviously for a period of time that I cannot quantify right now, it could be that the agent crashes. That may happen, but that is to say you lose the connectivity, but it's not imposing any minimal bandwidth requirements.
I would like to learn, how can I build my own agents for specific purpose, and how can I optimize the performance of the agents on the Pearl?
So Pearl is an app that allows you to run right now the trader agent, but the goal is that it will allow to run other agents too. So in that sense, is an app to make it easy for almost everyone who knows a little bit about crypto and can get the necessary funds in place to run an agent. Now, if you want to code your own agent using the OLAS stack, we have documentation available and examples available on how to do that. We also run an academy that runs more or less every 6 months, every 6 weeks, to teach devs how to program agents with the OLAS stack, because it requires some familiarization with how the stack works, because it's not as lightweight as, say, LangChain. The OLAS stack allows you to build agents that then are pretty robust and that can even run in a decentralized fashion. So it requires some familiarization with the stack. We run these academies to help people with that.
Perfect. The other question comes from the Gnosis team members. Giacomo is asking, is there any minimum staking period, or can we claim funds back at any moment? And also, if I stake on Pearl and then I want to move to the quick start, can I claim funds back and stake again on the quick start?
So currently, the withdrawal functionality to withdraw your funds once you get bored of running Pearl or you have other plans like moving to the quick start is not available, but we are working on it, and we'll like the functionality to be available as soon as possible. So right now, if you stake on Pearl and you stop Pearl and you decide that you don't want to stake anymore, then the only way to recover your funds is by doing some expert level stuff that we don't recommend, but it will be soon available for everyone to withdraw the funds. So that's on the Pearl side. On the quick start side, once you unstake and you have full support for that on the code in the repository of the quick start, then you can recover the funds. It's a manual process, but you have all the key material on your device, and then you can recover all the funds.
One question that I think we missed, FM Heigl asked a really good question in terms of how and where are the OLAS tokens staked? Are they living on Gnosis Chain? So all OLAS agents uses a safe smart account, and one of the benefits of this structure is that you own the agent, so therefore you maintain custody of those funds. But David, do you want to maybe quickly walk through how these agents are represented with safe wallets?
So
Absolutely.
sorry. Okay.
Absolutely. Please go on. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So the agent that you run through Pearl at the moment, which is a trader agent, and through the quick start, which again is the trader agent, is an example of a sovereign agent. This means it's a single agent with a single address that the operator owns. And then the way that this trader agent has a presence on chain is through a safe with a single signer. And then it's through this safe that the trader agent buys intelligence from the make agent that sells predictions. And it's also through this safe that the trader agent places bets on the Omen platform that is also from the Gnosis ecosystem, Omen prediction platform. And then it's also through the safe that the trader agent will redeem any wins from placing bets. Yeah, I hope that answers the question. I mean, there are other technicalities, but yeah, let me stop there.
Yes, another question: where do the data models come from? One type of agents provides these to the other types of agents?
So the models are decided by the MEC service, which, by the way, this is a case of the decentralized, co-owned agent system where there are for one of these MECs is 4 agents working together, and then there you have a safe with a threshold of 3 signers that need to agree to take action. So these MECs, they sell these predictions to the trader agents. So the trader agent doesn't have, the only choice that the trader agent has is to choose one of the prediction / models that a given MEC offers, and then if they aren't happy with the models that one MEC offer, then they could eventually just go to a different MEC. And then in this case, this MEC, what it does is that it has several models that are being queried to third-party providers. Could be Open AI, it could be other decentralized providers, and then they make those queries to these inference providers, and then they relay the answer to the trader agent. So the trader agent doesn't have any API key; just has funds, XI in this case, and buys these predictions to the MEC agent.
Wonderful. Yeah, if you have any questions, please drop it in chat box. And I have a question for, will you be at the DevCon next week, or is there any events that we can follow the Pearl and OLAS at the DevCon time?
Yeah, I'll let you chip in, Ralph, for that one. Thanks.
Yeah, great question. So Valerie has been hosting a global event series called Agents Unleashed. We're now on our 5th event in the series, and they've been growing each and every time quite significantly. We're really pleased with all the turnout. These events bring together all of the top teams working at the intersection of crypto and AI with a focus on AI agents, autonomous AI agents. So we're actually hosting what should be the biggest Agents Unleashed to date. I'm posting the link. Jason already posted the link. So this event will run on November 13th, starts at 5 p.m. You can see the venue in the event page here. It's about 30 minute cab from the main DevCon venue. And this event consists of 2 parts. From 5 to 8 p.m., there'll be a series of panels and fireside chats with people from the OLAS community to Coinbase to Near and many other teams working on agents. And then starting at 9 p.m., and there will be dinner served, but starting at 9 p.m., there's going to be a big after party that runs till 1 a.m. featuring some really great DJs. So check it out, sign up. Tickets are free, and we'd love to have you guys.
Thank you, Ralph. Yeah, I think it's a great summary about the Pearl and about the autonomous AI agents on Gnosis Chain. So yeah, if you would like to learn more, you can check it out the Valerie and our Pearl page that we shared already in the chat box. And I think we have about time. Thanks for the participation, the Gnosis Validator meetup. In this series, we have covered latest updates from Gnosis Chain in terms of a client side, and also we have listened to Autonolas and AI agents on Gnosis Chain, Perl, how to use a Perl, what is the main requirements, or how can we optimize our performance. So thank you so much. If you will be at the DevCon, please ping me, and I would like to meet you in person. So yeah, thank you so much, and see you next month.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us. If you have any other questions on running an agent, you can find us in the OLAS Discord.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye. See you.
Thank you guys. Bye bye.